Ladies and gentlemen, councillors, please stand for the Chairman of West Northamptonshire Council, John Shepherd.
Thank you. Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please sit down. The Head of Democratic and Electoral Services will read the apologies received for tonight.
Thank you, Chairman. Apologies have been received from Councillors Rafia Ashraf, Sally Bearsworth, Muna Kali, Imran Chowdhury, Fiona Cole, Karen Cooper, Janice Duffy, Gareth Eales, Terry Eales, Rupert Frost, Joe Guilford, Terry Guilford, Jonathan Harris, Rosie Humphreys, Nigel Hinch, Dennis Meredith, Colin Morgan, Jonathan Nunn, Ken Pritchard, Lisa Samiotis, Carl Squires and Catherine Russell.
Thank you. This is an extraordinary meeting. Nevertheless, I must ask for any declarations of interest to be declared. I don't suppose for a minute there are any. No. Thank you. This is a special meeting convened under Section 249 of the Local Government Act 1972 for the sole purpose, of conferring the title of Honorary Alderman to persons who have, in the opinion of the Council, rendered eminent services to the Council or predecessor councils in West Northamptonshire. An important ceremonial occasion. There will be a drinks reception at the Central Museum and Art Gallery to take place after the rise of the annual meeting, where hopefully the Honorary Alderman and Alderwoman will be present as well. Councillor Phil Larratt will introduce the report and move the proposal. Councillor Larratt.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's a great pleasure to be here proposing this report. In actual fact, proposing or supporting the nominations of the first 8 honorary aldermen to be appointed by this council. Mr. Chairman, as you're aware that the County Council and former Borough Council actually had honorary alderman schemes, and coming into West Northamptonshire, we thought it would be a good idea to continue that for West Northamptonshire, and consequently in the end of last year, this council actually approved such a scheme. Northampton Borough Council and the County Council, having had schemes, have already, to a great extent, apart from 1 or 2 on the county, appointed those who are eligible to be honorary aldermen as honorary aldermen. So we're basically here tonight to award the status of honorary alderman to former members of Daventry and South Northants Council, plus Northamptonshire County Council as well, and one of our own who's recently resigned from the council. So it's a sort of historic occasion in that this is the first of what I hope will be many events celebrating the work and commitment of our colleagues to this council, our predecessor councils, and more importantly, the various communities of West Northamptonshire. Mr. Chairman, we have 8 nominations before us tonight. We have Sandra Barnes, MBE, Carol Billingham, MBE, Liz Griffin, David Harris, BEM, Chris Miller, Suresh Patel, Mary Ann Ferguson-Brooke, and of course, your better half, Judy Shepherd. It makes me feel old, I'm afraid, reading this out, because I do know most of these and have worked with them in the past. Sandra and Chris in particular during my engagement as leader of the borough and holding office within the borough. But it's a great pleasure to be here tonight to address these nominations. There is, Mr. Chairman, attached to the papers tonight biographies of those nominated. Now, can I just first of all issue a health warning, because we are aware of one or two inaccuracies in the biographies, and if any individual has an inaccuracy that they would like us to address, please let us know. I know, for example, Judy has a couple of issues that she's highlighted, and the report says that Suresh actually was a member for Nen Valley. Well, he honestly never was. So there's just a few little inaccuracies. So I'll just add that health warning to the biographies and ask that those who are being nominated, if they've got any amendments they'd like us to make, please let us know for the records, and so that the records do actually reflect the situation, the work of the individuals. First of all, I mean, Sandra Barnes, I've known Sandra for a good many years. She was elected in 1995, sort of 12 years after me, but she was a leader of South Northants and held that office for 11 years. And during that time, we both served as board members of West Northamptonshire Development Corporation, as it was, and we had a lot of time together in that particular role. Sandra's had an interesting time as a councillor, because she was appointed by the minister to be a member of the UK delegation to the Congress of Local and Regional Authorities on the Council of Europe. And she fulfilled that role for 16 years, which I know she found it both challenging but also very stimulating and enjoyable. And in actual fact, she was elected leader of the delegation, which comprised of 18 full members and 18 substitutes. So she's had a big involvement in that and in Europe, and through that she was also involved in work with the Committee of the Regions in the European Parliament. So yeah, as well as her role in South Northamptonshire, she's also worked on various other bodies, all detailed in the report, which I won't go into while speaking, Mr. Chairman. So it's a delight for me, as somebody who's known Sandra and worked with her for so long, to be here supporting her nomination. Carol Billingham, Mr. Chairman, has had an exceedingly long career in politics, having first joined Brackley Town Council in 1975, which she continued to hold office until 2012. She was elected Mayor of Brackley on 5 occasions, and she became a district councillor for the former South Northamptonshire Council, and again went on to be elected chairman of that council twice. I know she's now retired from council from South Northants and from the town council, but she maintains an active role in various charities and other organisations in Brackley, and I think her commitment to Brackley and the residents of Brackley is second to none. And she's also an interest in things military, in that she's also chair of the trustees of the Northamptonshire Yeomanry Association Benevolent Fund, a very, very worthwhile cause. And she's already been recognised to a great extent, in that she was awarded the MBE in the Queen's 90th birthday honours for her dedication and service to the community of Brackley. Liz Griffin was elected to do Daventry District Council. I believe it was at a by-election, because I have recollections of coming to Woodford House in the dim and distant past, campaigning in a by-election, and I have a feeling that that was when Liz first got elected, and we did get a very nice tea in her house, I do remember that. But it's, as I say, it was around 1999 that she was first elected, and she's obviously served for over 2 decades and is on Daventry District Council. And she retired from her role in 2021 at the end of Daventry District Council. And Liz has also a long period of being deputy leader. She was elected deputy leader in 2004 and continued in that position until 2020, when she stepped down to make way for a new leadership. She, as deputy leader, had responsibility for HR and things like that, much behind the scenes, similar to that Councillor Hallam has today within this council. She was elected to the position of chairman of Daventry in 2005 and ably represented the district at various functions and particularly at charity events. Liz cares greatly for her community, and it was her passion for the community that led her to stand for the local council. And she was a committed councillor for her ward and acted as a real champion for her local community, standing up for her residents on many issues. And regularly, I believe, she attended Woodford-cum Membry Parish Council meeting every month without fail. Moving on to David Harris. David was elected to Bugbrook Parish Council in 1980 and has dedicated nearly 50 years of service as a member of the council, currently serving as vice chair. He also served as a councillor on the former South Northamptonshire Council between 2003 and 2021. David has given much of his time to the community of Bugbrook, chairing a number of organisations and charities in the area. He is currently chair of the Bugbrook Millennium Green Trust, which seeks to provide green space for all and to promote native flora and fauna. Excellent organisation with an excellent agenda. David is well known for the work he has undertaken with the History Society and has continued his efforts to promote and develop Bugbrook and the surrounding area. In 2016, David was awarded the British Empire Medal for his services to the community. I now come on to my old friend Chris Miller. Chris was first elected to Daventry District Council in 1998 and actually served as leader for over 20 years. He took over as leader in August 1999, stepping down in October 2019. And I think that must be some sort of record for a leader of the council. During his time as a councillor, he served the local communities of the wards of Brixworth and Long Buckby with distinction. During his time, he oversaw what was a well-respected local authority as leader. In 2020, having stood down as leader, Chris went on to become the 48th and final chairman of Daventry District Council, a role that he had been due to take back in the year 2000 before becoming leader. And during his career, he's also served as for a time as a county councillor as well. And Chris and I have worked well. Chris was a good mentor to me when I was leader of the Borough Council. And again, along with Sandra, Chris and I, we worked closely as members of the West Northamptonshire Development Corporation. Suresh Patel, unfortunately, he isn't here tonight. Suresh was elected to the County Council in 2009 and continued to do so until 2021. But he was also a Borough Councillor from 2011. As part of this authority, representing East Hunsbury and Shelfleys Ward, since 2021, and he's worked tirelessly on the Council Standards Committee since we as a council were established. Mary Ann Ferguson-Brooke, who I'm afraid I don't know that well and others may wish to comment. Mary served as a councillor in the South Northants for almost 40 years, 1983 to 2021. Again, a significant commitment that's worthy of recognition. She was chair of the Planning Committee and played a major part in transferring housing from South Northamptonshire Council to Grand Union. Following her retirement from the role of councillor, Mary Ann now serves as a trustee on the Lady Blaken's Charity Trust, which gives grants to children, the elderly and individuals with disabilities. Mary Ann has devoted many years to serve in both district and parish council level, at both district and parish council level, and plays an active role in the local community. Finally, but not least, Mr. Chairman, Judy Shepherd, who I'm sure you know very well. Judy was county councillor for the Malton division for for 20 years, and that's a ward that comprises the villages of Boughton, the Bramptons, Hannington, Halstons, Holcott, Malton, Old, Overston, Pitsford, Stratton and Walgrove. A vast area, and an area that's changing significantly as we speak, with a great deal of development within that ward. Judy, as chairman, as a county councillor, served as chairman of the county council for 2 terms, and she was chairman of the development control again for 2 terms, and chairman of the adult social care and wellbeing scrutiny committee for 2 terms, chairman of the scrutiny chairman's committee as well. She's also been a member of the Northamptonshire Healthcare Trust, the Cadet Force and the East Anglian Flood Committee. And in actual fact, another area of service that needs recognition is that she's been a member of Boughton Parish Council for 40 years. Again, significant commitment to public service that we should acknowledge. Last but not least, Judy featured in the Boughton Bells calendar, which in fact she was Miss September, and that actually raised £26,000. I think, Mr. Chairman, all 8 of the people I've spoken about are very, very worthy of nomination. I think their commitment to public service or service in public life is second to none, and I'd love to know actually how many years altogether they put in, because it's phenomenal. So I would very much like to formally propose that the 8 names before you, Sandra Barnes, MBE, Carol Billingham, MBE, Liz Griffin, David Harris, BEM, Chris Miller, Suresh Patel, Mary Ann Ferguson-Brooke and Judy Shepherd become Honorary Alderman of West Northamptonshire Council. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Councillor Gonzalez de Savage to second the proposition.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm delighted and honoured to second the proposal that's been put before us today in the single item agenda that we have. Those listed who are clearly eminently suited and most likely to perform the role, I'm sure, brilliantly as the very first cohort of honorary aldermen in West Northamptonshire. I'll reserve my right to speak, but happy to second, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Councillor Sue Sharps.
Thank you, Chair. I would just like to make a personal congratulations to Carol Billingham, who is from my area of Brackley. I'd also like to congratulate Sandra Barnes, Liz Griffin, David Harris, Chris Miller, Mary-Ann Sergeant-Brooke and Judy Shepherd, because I have over a period of time got to know them and I know that they have done great things. But I'd just like to say congratulations this evening on receiving this award of Alderman. Congratulations.
Thank you. Any further speakers before we move to the vote? Splendid. Can we take a vote, please, to accept the recommendations in the report and indeed the proposition of Councillor Larratt that those 8 names be approved and indeed appointed Honorary Alderman / Alderwoman of West Northamptonshire Council? Vote now, please. Are we done? Yep. That is 44 in favour with 3 abstentions. Thank you very much indeed. I will now make the presentations.
Could I invite Sandra Barnes, MBE, to come forward, please? Could I invite Carol Billingham, MBE, to come forward, please? Could I invite Liz Griffin to come forward, please? Could I invite David Harris, BEM, to come forward, please? Could I invite Councillor Andy Kilbride on behalf of Suresh Patel to come forward, please? Could I invite Councillor Rosie Herring, collecting on behalf of Mary-Ann Sigerson-Brooke, to come forward, please? Could I invite Judy Shepherd to come forward, please? Could I invite Chris Miller to come forward, please?
It's been an absolute pleasure to represent the area I represented. I was also on the WNDC for 10 years and the County Council for 12 years. So I really did enjoy this area, and I had a great team at Daventry and also across West Northamptonshire. So I want to say to all of you, thank you so much on behalf of all of us, and I wish you all the best for the future. I'm sure you do a great job, like we did. No, you have to praise yourself when you can. And it's great to see some staff here, like Becky, who I've known for years, and you're still here, Becky. Well done. No, thanks again, and well done, and wish you all the very best. Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. That concludes this first meeting. We'll take a 10-minute comfort break, if we may resume at about 1:45. Thank you.